Hi everybody, Sam at Gresham Ford here again. Today we're going to talk a little bit more about financing. I threw out an example in the last video, which was the difference between how much you pay a month in 25% interest on $15,000 financed versus how much you pay for zero interest on 15 grand financed. And there are instances where someone does finance $15,000 at 0% interest. It's pretty uncommon though, because typically 0% financing is offered by the manufacturer, their bank. So we're going to dig into that more in other videos, but right now I'm just going to talk about some more common examples and just go into APR a little bit more and what that means. So if you watched the last video, you saw that the difference between 15 grand financed at 0% interest and 15 grand financed at 25% interest is $190 a month. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that. I'm going to throw out another example, which is still just using the $15,000 amount financed, but at 10% interest, your difference in your monthly payment is $69 a month, so versus 0%. And what that works out to in the paperwork, you're going to see a finance charge, which is $122. Now a lot of people are probably thinking to themselves, but Sam, isn't 10% of $15,000 $1,500? Yes, but that's the A in APR stands for annual, so it is compounding credit card interest. So it functions differently than if you just were to do the interest on that amount for one time. So on that $15,000 at 10% interest, if you paid every payment to the penny and never made an early payment, you'd wind up paying $4,122 in interest. Going back to that first example, if you were to make every payment to the penny on 25% interest, $15,000, your finance charge is going to be $11,416. So that's just a little bit to show you just how impactful the interest rate can be on your monthly payment, the overall amount of money you spend on the loan, and so on and so forth. There's a big difference between a fixed interest loan and a simple interest loan. Most lenders are doing simple interest loans. And a simple interest loan just means that the finance charge isn't set in stone. So if you pay it off early, it's going to change the amount of money you spend on interest over the course of the loan. If you trade it in early, it's going to change the amount of interest that you pay. A fixed interest loan is different. On a fixed interest loan, you're on the hook for that finance charge regardless of what happens. And that's very uncommon in the franchise dealership world. It's very common in the buy here, pay here world. So that's the basic difference between a fixed interest loan and a simple interest loan. Is that with a simple interest loan, the amount of interest that you pay is based on the balance. It's calculated on a daily basis. It has what's called a per diem associated with it. So that's how you know how much you're paying in interest.